All right, today we will be solving multi-step equations with variables on both sides, and now we're adding the distributing part to this. So this is new from yesterday. You can see this top equation summary is still on your sheet. So today we're going to start with step 1 by eliminating the parentheses by distributing. All right, so for example A, let's draw our arcs and multiply the 2 to both terms. So I'm going to have 6x, and then 2 times negative 8 would be a minus 16, and that equals 4x. Okay, now let's move, or see step 2 up here, combine like terms. We don't have any like terms to combine, so we're going to skip that. Go down to step 3, move all variables to one side. So I'm going to move this 6x over by the 4x, and then solve. Okay, so then I have negative 16 is equal to negative 2x. Go ahead and divide by the number in front of the x. So then 2 negatives, so negative 16 divided by negative 2 gives you a positive 8. Great. Okay, let's go down and do problem C. So if there's no number in front of the parentheses, it's an invisible 1. So I'm just going to draw it in right there. So I distribute that negative 1 to both terms. So then I have 4, and then minus x, and then negative 1 times a negative 8 would be a positive 8. Okay, so now I have to do step 2, combine like terms. If you like to draw your fence or your line, you can do that. And I see, okay, on the left side here, I have a 4 and an 8, and those need to be combined. I'm going to put a box around both. Okay, so 4 plus 8 would be a 12. Okay, so now this is what you're left with. I need then x's on one side and numbers on the other. So let's add x to both sides. So then I have 12 is equal to 4x, divide both sides by 4. So you should get x is equal to 3. All right, let's go down then to problem E. So we need to first distribute the 3 to both terms in the parentheses. So then 3 times 7 would be a positive 21. Okay, then let's look at the numbers in front of our x's. Both are 3s, so it doesn't matter which one you move over. So if you notice, they're canceling out on both sides. Okay, so then I'm left with just a 6 and just a 21. That is never true. 6 and 21 are not the same number, so I'm going to write no solution. Okay, then problem F. Again, we need to get rid of the parentheses first. So let's distribute the negative 4 to both terms. You got to be careful here with this negative. So negative 4 times positive 4 gives me a negative 16x. Negative 4 times a negative 3 gives me positive 12. And then this side stays the same. Okay, so then I look at my x terms. They're both negative 16. So it doesn't matter which one I move over. So I'm going to add 16 to both sides. So those cancel and those cancel. So I just have a 12 on the left side and a 12 on the right side. And those are the exact same numbers. 12 is equal to 12. That is always true. So I'm going to write infinitely many solutions. So if someone asks you, what does this even mean, infinitely many solutions? It means that I can plug in any number that I want for x on both sides, and then the left side will be equal to the right side. So I could plug in 100 for x, I could plug in 0 for x, I could plug in 2, and it will always be true. When it's no solution, that means I can not find any number that's going to work here. Okay, so that's all the problems we're going to do for today's notes.